Hey, it's episode 11, The Twilight Zone. If you've been following the series, you know how it is. It's something that's surprisingly easy to watch and surprisingly enjoyable, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. If you hate The Twilight Zone, why are you watching this? Why are you watching me talk about it? What are you doing? This one is episode 11. It's called And When the Sky Was Opened. I had a little theory about that at the end of the last episode, but let's just deal with it. Let's see what it means. What does it mean for a sky to be opened? Maybe it's a metaphor for something else. Maybe I just won't understand it. That'll be interesting. Imagine watching something and just not getting it at all, and then I felt that a little bit in shows. I'd miss a bit of dialogue or something, and then I wouldn't really understand why the characters were where they are, or what they were doing, what they were looking for. It's disorienting. When you're watching on your own, you can kind of, I'll catch up later. It'll make sense in the end, and then I'll go, oh yeah, okay. But when you're reacting, you feel it's the pressure. You're like, I don't understand. No, please, don't ask me any questions about what is going on. Only happens rarely, but it is funny. Anyway, let's get into episode 11. Currently my favourite show from 1959. I'm not saying there's not better ones. I'm just saying it's number one right now.
Experimental interceptor. Recent history, a
Stealth
crash
plane.
landing in the Mojave Desert after a 31-hour flight 900 miles into space.
Ooh.
And disappeared from the radar screen for 24 hours.
Aliens abducted them.
The Major Guard here?
Well, of course. He's here.
Of course.
Why is he acting all weird?
But the shrouds that cover mysteries are not always made out of a tarpaulin, as this man will soon find out on the other side of a hospital door.
Don't go in there, dude. Didn't you hear Rod?
How you feeling? Are you serious? One more thermometer in my puss, I'm going to absent myself without leave.
In
from
your
this
what?
establishment. Well, what about the ship, Clegg? Did you check her over?
She's fine. The ship is fine.
It's fine. The ship's fine.
Do you remember
They
anything
put
that
it under
happened?
wraps. Oh, you got another one of those.
Yeah. Great place to have a smoke in a hospital.
Bill, something's happened. Something I just don't understand.
Just want the nurses hearing.
At 9:30 yesterday morning,
Got it.
I walked out of here.
Yeah?
Who did I walk up with?
Well, nobody was with you.
That's what I mean. You say nobody. What's that say?
Well, in effect, it says those two intrepid voyagers into the unknown returned from the unknown.
Who's in the picture?
Well, it's him.
That's what you remember. About 4 hours up, we black out. And 24 hours later, we end up in a crashed aircraft in the desert.
So far, so good.
Is that right?
That's right.
It's not what you remember. Was there a third guy?
There were 3 of us in that aircraft.
There was a third guy.
Harrington.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Ed Harrington.
You remember Harrington?
That ship took a crew of 3. There were 3 of us when they brought us back here to the hospital after picking us up in the desert. You
Ooh.
and me and Harrington.
Oh, there were 3, but came back.
I don't know anybody named Harrington. He wasn't on the crew with us. The X-20 carried 2 men.
His memory's
You
been
and me.
altered.
There's never been 3 beds in this room, only 2.
And the doctors don't remember Harrington. The nurses don't remember Harrington.
Let me describe to you what I remember.
Okay. Ooh, flashbacks.
Oh, punk kid.
Harrington. I see him. Do you see him?
Both get out of here and leave me alone. Let me suffer in loneliness all by myself, huh?
Ooh, they even changed the newspapers.
Two slobs and a sedge. We'll drop by and see you tomorrow, maybe? I'll get lost. Who needs you?
Yeah, good old Harrington. He was the best, wasn't he? Is he an alien or something? He's definitely been erased from existence. Could be a conspiracy. Oh, pretty lady. Can a guy buy a pretty lady a drink?
I don't get to serve many celebrities.
Now drink up, boys.
It's doubly so for you, Harrington. I tell you, I'll never forget your name.
Say, what's it like up there in outer space?
Oh, you know, we don't really remember.
It's like
We blacked out.
way out.
Ooh, he's gonna look in the mirror. What's he gonna see? What do you see, Harrington?
If I taste the beer.
Is that a funny
Happy
mirror?
landings, chaps.
Harrington? What? You had a bit too little to drink?
Got a very funny feeling. I never felt anything like this before.
Maybe you should go back to the hospital.
It's like I didn't belong here. Like if I was to let myself go,
I'd cease to exist.
like I'd disappear.
Whew. Maybe you need some more drink, Ed. Crazy talk.
Happy landings.
15 years we've known each other. It's gonna take a full episode for me to forget you.
Go call my folks.
Do they exist?
Oh, operator. I'd like to make a collect call, please.
Okay.
Clegg. Yeah. Come here, please.
Some,
Come here quick.
something strange has happened. My parents don't exist anymore. Could you talk to the operator?
My mom answered the phone.
Yeah.
And she said she didn't have any son named Ed Harrington. And then I asked to talk to the old man.
It's just him that's been...
He said he didn't have any son at all. What is it, Clegg?
What's going on?
Well, I don't know. It's just a gag, maybe. No gag.
Your parents are just practical jokers. I get that all the time. Go home. Who are you? Don't you remember me, Mom?
Is it maybe we shouldn't have come back from that flight at all?
This is weird. I like it. Mystery element, it's way up there. In terms of the episode so far. It's not something I've seen before. Oh, is he gone? Is he going to turn around and he's gone? Clegg, is he gone? Who was I talking to in the phone booth? You were just over there weirdly standing and saying nothing. But don't you remember the guy I came in with? What guy?
You got a beer here, honey.
Remember he dropped his beer? Is that still...
Where's my buddy's drink?
Who?
What, buddy?
Colonel Harrington. The beer he had in place of the one he dropped on the...
No, that never happened. The universe is correcting itself.
Colonel, you came in here alone.
You're crazy! You're crazy!
This episode is strange. This guy's imagining somebody. We've never seen him. I don't know what he's talking about. He comes in there alone, and then he suddenly freaks out. What's going on?
Amy. Oh, Amy, honey, I'm so glad to see you.
Colonel Clegg are a devious, malicious,
Who's she?
two-faced, two-timing...
He didn't two-time anybody. He just one-timed you.
What kind of trouble are you in?
I sent you that wire because I was getting discharged from the hospital this morning.
Yeah?
And Ed and I were going to wait for you.
Who's Ed?
It was in the wire. It was in the telegram.
No, that's been
Ed
changed.
and I were going to get out this morning.
That's been changed.
Ed and I, I've got it here someplace. See, I'm getting out at 9.
Nope. Not in this universe, dude.
Ed and I were...
Ed? Who's Ed?
15 years.
You know?
I don't know any Ed.
Harrington. You know him, Amy. Ed, you've met him 100 times.
Came over for dinner.
We've double dated Ed. I swear to God, I don't know.
Dude, he's very... Get out of here. God,
Yes?
is it Ed?
Hello, General.
General, do you remember...
This is Clegg Ford.
How many of us went up there?
You remember, Ed? We're in your wing at the field, sir. We're with you 19, 20 months, sir.
Well, a lot of people come and go. Can't be expected to remember all of them.
This is a gag, isn't it?
Oh, he thinks it's a
That's
practical
what
joke.
it is, isn't it, Amy?
First, Ed's
This
parents.
is a gag.
Where's he
This is
going?
a big... That's where he is. He's still at the bar, isn't he? He's still at the bar!
No. He's off into the wild. Bar's closed. Bar's closed, dude. Whoa! What is he, the Incredible Hulk? He just walked through that freaking piece of glass like it was nothing. Just take a stool, have a beer,
Harrington.
wait for the cops to get there, and... Well, we know he goes back to the hospital, so...
Harrington.
Maybe him and Ed were an item. That's why he's still caught up about it. And that's... What is...
I don't know what I did then.
What does that sound like? So you and this Ed character were like an item or something? Two-timing bastard?
Just left Amy standing there, I guess.
Poor Amy.
I don't even know what happened to Amy.
Oh, maybe... Who's Amy?
Clegg.
She didn't even go up there.
I don't know Ed Harrington. I think he must be an illusion or something.
Okay. Like an implanted memory?
He's been yanked out of here.
Maybe he was accidentally
Taken away.
inserted into your brain instead of yanked out of everybody else's.
He told me maybe somebody made a mistake. Let us get through when we shouldn't have gotten through. To get us. Oh, Bill.
Bill? Who's Bill?
Weird.
It's just an empty bed. What were you talking to?
Just plain weird. Like I just don't belong.
Oh, that means he's next, right? Oh, what that and the mirror. This is what happened. Ed looked in the mirror, didn't see himself.
Oh, no.
No,
Oh,
I can see him.
no.
I saw his hand. I don't think you're supposed to see his hand. I think you're supposed to.
Somebody get him!
Get who?
Colonel
Who?
Forbes, somebody's got to help him right away.
Never heard of Clegg. I didn't say his name was Clegg.
You was right over here in this...
No, you went up and down on your own. It was a solo mission.
Oh, dear God.
Well, it's one way of freeing up some bed space.
Are you...
Can we see the paper again? What's the paper going to say when he disappears? Nothing happened today at all. Automated spacecraft invented. Yes, this will be suitable for people in future.
That'll do for the malaria patients.
Yeah. No,
Once
plane,
upon a time,
plane's
there was
gone
a man
too.
named Harrington.
Who are we talking about?
They used to exist, but don't any longer. At least they are no longer a part of the memory of man.
What are you talking about, Rod?
The Twilight Zone.
I'm super confused. This episode, super confusing. Starts off with a nurse. You know, she's just hanging out in the hospital. Then we go into this empty room. We stay in the empty room for what seems like forever. Then we cut to this bar. And there's a guy serving drinks to some girl. And we stay there for a while. We go over to a telephone booth that just, the camera just focuses on it for a while. And then it's just weird. We cut to different places. There's a woman, you know, just hanging out in her apartment, and then we go to. It's lots of weird shots, mostly empty rooms and empty places, and just didn't really follow what was going on. So, yeah, you know, can't be all good episodes. Anyway, next one is called What You Need. Okay. Perfect episode. Loved it. People mysteriously vanishing from memories. Great concept. Great idea. And the fact that they all eventually disappear. Also great. I like that too. And it is kind of nice that only the people who went on the flight, although, no, that guy in the bed didn't remember Ed Harrington, so, well, at least he remembered Clegg when he disappeared. But everybody else just instantly forgot that they existed. Maybe it's based on how long you know somebody, because Clegg knew Ed for 15 years, so he was able to. No, but that doesn't work either, because his parents didn't know who he was when he was on the phone to him. They were like, we don't have a son. Not since he gave up our dream of him being a doctor and instead went into the Air Force. Hang up. Maybe it was that sort of thing. And how eerie and mysterious must space have been back in the 50s. You know, we hadn't gone to the moon yet. Not even sure if we'd launched anybody into. Let's look that up. What's his name? Yuri Gagarin or Gagarin, or when did he go into space? 1961, first person to orbit Earth. So it was before we really sent people up there. Maybe it was during, like, test flights. Maybe it was kind of around that time where we're getting, like, above the atmosphere, you know? So it's the right timeline for that. But it certainly opened the door for kind of Bermuda Triangle sort of eeriness, you know? So it really works well. That there's something out there that if we go too far, you know, we leave the confines of our known little Earth, but there's something out there that's just going to be like, you know what? You've come above the veil. You've seen too much. We got to take you. We got to take you away. You can't go back down there and tell them what you've seen. That's the way I kind of interpreted it. They even took the plane. Anyway, great episode. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to getting to the next one. I hope you didn't mind me playing along at parts, forgetting who they were. Because, you know, there's a fine line you walk sometimes, whether to play along with something and just, instead of doing your normal analysis, talking about it, or, you know, whether to just not make the joke at all. So, get both. Mixture of both. So yeah, come back next time for episode 12, which is called What You Need. I need to be remembered. I need love. I need food and water, air, a home, a blue dress. These are the things I need. Internet access. We'll see what the person or persons in the next episode need next time. Until then, have a good one. And if you're looking in the mirror and you don't see yourself, don't freak out. It's probably just a plain pane of glass. And it's an identical room. It's just a trick. And if you call up and people don't remember who you are, just a practical joke. And if everybody is in on it, maybe you're the problem. Anyway, I said goodbye already, didn't I?